Back at it, baby. Week 0.
Sir.
We got
Yes,
some
sir.
college football, bro. Seems like it's been a long time coming. But hey, man, we finally get to sit on the couch Saturday morning, 11 a.m. And see some good football being played, man. So, man, what's your thoughts, bro?
Yes, sir, man. Kick off to the second season, man, of the rivalry, man. You know what I'm saying? First week, we ready, man. It's week 0. I'm excited. I know all the college football fans, all the football fans excited. You know what I'm saying? So this first week, man, what I'm interested in, man, is two main games, man. One game being Florida State playing Notre Dame. They're getting to play over in Dublin, Ireland. And
Yeah,
another game, the MEAC and the SWAC kickoff challenge with Florida A&M University and Norfolk State.
man, talk about it, bro. Talk about it. The Dublin game? We talk about Florida State, Georgia Tech. Um, man, what you looking at? What you looking into for that game, bro?
Man, what I'm looking into in this game, man, Florida State, coming off last season, man, an embarrassing loss to Georgia, man. They had a
Yeah,
lot of guys out, for the pros, and Florida State believes those guys play, they compete with Georgia and possibly win, man. So I'm sure they're gonna come out with their hair on fire. And
man.
on the other side, on the flip side, Georgia Tech has a new coach, man. He has some new energy around the Atlanta area, man. People are excited. I think they're just, eager to prove that they belong, man. They have a
Yeah.
few good in, some guys in that can actually make plays and actually do something. Are they on that level yet? Who knows? But I'm sure they're eager to be able to get out there and prove that they are.
Yeah, they had a solid showing last year. I guess when you talk about Georgia Tech, 6-4 last year. But what I didn't know, bro, was Florida State and the quarterback they brought in from Oregon State, DJ. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how to pronounce his last name, but I say it again.
DJ Unga Ungale.
Uga Ongale, man. DJ. Look, man. One thing I do know, athlete. It was a great pickup. I think that's a great pickup for the program, especially after losing Travis. So man, I think Florida State, they're 10.5, a 10.5 favorite right now over Tech. I think they cover. I think they're gonna surprise a lot of people, a lot of young receivers. But I think the quarterback and just Novell, I think he's gonna prove himself, man. I think he's gonna have some guys ready to play some ball this year. So yeah, that's gonna be a good kickoff for Saturday.
Definitely for sure, man. Always ride on the quarterback, man. It's the most important position in the game.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how DJ does, man, coming out. I know he was a highly touted coming out of high school, 5-star quarterback. And he's made his way around with different teams, starting at Clemson, moving over to Oregon State, and now back in the ACC at Clemson Rivalry, FSU. So it's gonna be nice to see what he comes out and do, man, if he can get it going from the first game.
Yeah, man. We talk about it, bro. It started at the top. Start at the top. I think head coach gonna have them ready to playing a solid scheme. Man, what's the running back? I think it's a freshman. Greg, what's his name?
From Florida State or from
Yeah,
Georgia Tech?
Florida
Uh,
State.
can't call it right now, but
I
I
want to
do know
say I want to say Greg. I could be. I mean, I could be wrong, bro. But a lot of raid behind him, man.
number 3 or something.
Yeah,
It can't
yeah, yeah, man.
number.
I think
Yeah.
they're gonna find a run game this year, and make sure that the play calling match up. Especially first game of the season, man. Play action, get them going, be able to use his legs outside the pocket. But yeah, man, I'm excited to watch that one, man. Well, let's talk about the one you mentioned earlier, Atlanta, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. You got A&M, and who they facing off against?
Florida and them playing Norfolk State out of Virginia.
Norfolk State. Yeah, exactly. That's right.
In the past, they were conference foes. Norfolk State is a very good team coming out of the MEAC. Florida and them moved over to the SWAC maybe about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and they're meeting out here in Atlanta in a MEAC SWAC challenge, playing at Georgia State Stadium. Florida and them is the defending national HBCU champions.
Yeah,
Come season. So, doing a lot of rebuilding, man. The quarterback was the Offensive Player of the Year. He's gone now, graduated. So they're filling in new spots, man. Is it a reload or what? That's what we come in and see. The transfer portal has done a lot to close those gaps. They got a new guy in, played out at FAU. He's from South Florida, and he's eager to show his chance to play.
man. Talk about it though. Florida, Florida A&M got 30 plus transfers, right?
Mm. Sound
30,
like
30 plus guys coming into the program from the portal. They lost their head coach, didn't they?
big, big
It's been a
blow.
lot. I'm hearing a lot going on, man. A lot of moving parts right now on campus. Um,
Yeah,
so we're gonna definitely see how that impacts the football program.
yeah, man.
Um,
Yeah, they lost a lot, man, starting the quarterback, but they also lost the head guy, which that's a lot, man. That's the mentality, that's the attitude of the team. That's
yeah,
the leader. Went to Duke University as the running backs coach. Wants to get on that Power Five level and compete and see if what he was doing can translate.
yeah,
But MU kept it in house. With their next hire, they hired Coach Cozy, who I think was either over the secondary or DB coach or something. But they kept it in house. Went with somebody that the guys were familiar with and wanted to be around, who's going to work hard for. So I feel like that's a good hire. So it's a lot of stories to this one that's coming up this Saturday, man. Can't wait to see it, man. The Marching 100 coming in strong. Best believe it, the best band in the land.
So hey, so who you taking, man? Do we even got to go into that? Who your pick is in this game?
Man, I think Norfolk's gonna come out strong, man. But I got FAMU winning the game in a close one. I'm
Yeah,
gonna say just 7. Really have to see what we have going on. A lot of moving parts, and the most key part is the quarterback. It's going to be a new team for him, so I'm sure he's going to go through some growing pains. Just like
yeah,
I said, the DJ with Florida State. So I think it'll be a close game. I think they figure out how to win though.
yeah. I think the same, man. I feel like again, just having the familiarity with the new head guy, I think he'll be able to get some guys ready to play. And athletes, man, they brought in 30 plus guys. When you go into that portal, man, you able to get some guys who can play some ball. Um, So definitely excited to see that one, man. It's gonna be some energy in Atlanta. That's what I do know. It's gonna be some energy in Atlanta this week, man. So definitely excited for that one. Next, who we got? Hawaii. I think Hawaii's playing off again, playing Delaware State, if I'm not mistaken, bro. Delaware State, Hawaii. I think 10 o'clock kickoff Eastern, maybe. Um, what did you say? Delaware State missed the bus?
So how about this? Delaware State, another MEAC team in the HBCU, man. Traveling yesterday. Was supposed to, take the trip out to Hawaii, get out there a few days before the game to get acclimated, man. And got a 10.5 hour flight and was on the bus and think they was having some bus complications, man, and didn't make it to the airport in time and missed their flight. Haven't heard anything on any updates if they got another flight or what, but that's what we're dealing with at the moment.
Man, check the news line, man. Let me know if they able to find another flight. I mean, we still got 3 days. It's no way that within the next 3 days they can't find another flight to Hawaii. Um, I'm sure that's gonna be the storyline. Before kickoff, I'm sure the commentators going, Delaware State, they missed their flight over on Tuesday or Monday.
Minutes ago.
Oh man, man, listen. I just hope, hey man, I hope the guys ready to play, man. I hope they come in. I think it's gonna get ugly for them. I do. I'll hop out and say, I got Hawaii by 40 in this game, man. Hawaii by 40. Um, I'll say 52 to 52-10.
They get 10. Okay. I actually like that score, actually, man. I like that score. We could rock with that 52-10. What's the
Like,
spread?
man, I don't know. I don't even know if they got a spread out here on this game, man. Especially with the guys missing the bus. There's a lot of different factors now. That I don't think Vegas, took into account, bro. So um spread got to be around 40, 35, 40 points. So
Yeah, I'm taking Hawaii too on that one.
oh man. So we got
Man,
another
we ain't even picked the Florida State and Georgia Tech game.
talk about it. Who you got?
I'm rocking with the home team. Straight out of Tallahassee, Florida State.
All right.
I got them by 2 touchdowns.
Man, well, you remember last time Georgia Tech played against a Florida team. I think it was the Miami debacle last season. Um, I don't think they'll get this lucky again. I take Florida State too, bro. Again, I think for some reason, man, I feel like Florida State, they getting some, like an identity. I feel like they're gonna find an identity, um, and they'll win this game easily. I think they'll win this game easily. I got them by 14. Spread's 10.5. I got Florida State by 14.
They left.
SMU at Nevada.
Hmm.
SMU, we know, head coach over there, Rhett Lasley, man. Returning 10 starters, 6 guys on offense, 4 on defense. Know they can put up some points. And what's your thoughts going into that game, man, against Nevada?
Lost over 50% of their starters. Interested to see how they replenish. Real familiar with the head guy over there, Brett Lashley, man, great guy. Believe he'll have his guys ready to play. And I believe they going to Nevada.
Yep, it's a road game.
I believe they go in there and they take care of business. A lot of talent in the Texas area.
Yeah.
Who can get guys there. So it's more like a reload for their level. You know what I'm saying? I think they go in there and they get the win.
Yeah, I think so too. I feel like they can go in and get a good win, but I feel like Nevada can put up points for some reason. I don't know much about who they got over there, but it seems as if every time they play, they're putting points on the board. I don't know how long that head guy's been there at Nevada. I don't really keep up with the program much, but for some reason, bro, I feel like they're gonna put up some points and compete early. But I don't think it's gonna be enough. Don't think it's gonna be enough.
I got SMU. Got them by 14.
14. What's your final score, man? How many points combined?
35-21.
35-21. Solid
35.
showing. That's not as many. That's not as many points. I mean, if SMU holds Nevada to 21 points, I think that's a solid showing for the program. Come out week 0, get you a win under the win column, and get in the ACC play. This is their first year in the ACC, so that's something new as well. Uncharted territory. They're gonna be playing against some great competition, but I think Lasley and that crew gonna be ready for it, man. Pony up, man. Pony up. They say they the team in Dallas. They say they
Man,
they
shout out to SMU moving up and doing the right thing. You want to keep your head coach. That's the first way to do it. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Move it up and better competition. That's the way to keep them. So, I'm gonna be keeping my eye on them. Now I know they moved up to the ACC. Keeping an eye, see what they do.
Yeah, man, check them out. Man, what about the Auburn Tigers, brother? What about the Auburn Tigers, bro? What does success look like for us this season, man? I know week 0 we don't have a game. Getting ready for next week, Alabama State, I believe.
They were
So
A&M.
or A&M, Alabama A&M next week. But what does success look like for the Auburn Tigers this year, bro?
Success this year looks like 8 wins. Looks like 8 wins. I think success on the field is getting those younger guys in and playing, getting them experience, letting them take their bumps, getting in the guys that were recruited. Kind of like when we play, got a lot of those freshmen that got their feet wet.
Yeah.
Finding the quarterback, whether that be in recruiting this year or is already there. We have to find a quarterback. That is what we're missing. And once again, we harp on that is what leads a team. We have to find our quarterback, find our identity. I know what our identity should be. But we got to find it and we got to stick to it. Things might get a little rough. We got to stick to it. And our identity should be run the football. Run the football. We have at least 3 amazing backs that could get it done. And I think that's what we should lean our hat on.
We
And
have to.
then top play action
Yeah,
over the
bro.
top. Defensively, uh, flying around getting to the ball. Cliche to say, but don't we don't need superstars. What we need is guys playing Auburn football, and Auburn football is flying around, running to people with bad intentions.
Hey, say no more, bro. I'm with you. And that's what the fan base want. That's what your guys who done put in the work as well with their AU on their helmet want. Um, Success is hard on the Plains, man. We want you. You got to win ball games. You got to win ball games. 8 games with the schedule that we have, that'll be enough. That'll be enough for our fan base to be satisfied. For a solid foundation moving forward, like you just mentioned. But if you don't get 8 wins, if you get 6 wins, that means you dropped some big games. That means you lost to a Cal. That means you lost to, a New Mexico State. like you have to win the ball games that that are supposed to go in the win column. I'm with you though. Success, 8 wins. I'm happy, bro. I'm happy if we get 8 wins through the season. We got to lean on the run game. Will we? Who knows? Who knows? Um, Finding a quarterback. Peyton Thorne is the guy again. So man, if we didn't find him in the offseason, um, uh, you know, it'll be heartbreaking, bro, to see us, from week 1 to week 3, not have it solidified under center. Or we don't want to see a carousel. I don't want to see a QB1, QB2 situation. Um, I don't think it works out well. I don't think it never has. But man, I'm excited to see the season, man. We're gonna start off on a good note. We're gonna start off on a good note this season. We're gonna go out 1-0. We don't need to worry about SEC championship, SEC play. We
None
gotta
of
go
that.
out. We gotta go out and win week 1 against A&M, whoever lined up across. So it'll be a big week. A lot of people talk like, oftentimes you get that week 1 matchup if it's a, you know, uh, uh, underranked opponent, whatever the case is. This ain't the case, bro. We got to go out and prove ourselves. So
Every week, man. Every week. And obviously, man, it's gonna be big for us that we start strong, man. We have, I think, maybe like four, at least like four, maybe. Nah, I ain't gonna say five. I'm gonna say like 3 or 4 straight home games. And
yeah,
we gotta protect home, man. I think that's what we got away from. You gotta protect home, man. All these people be saying how hard it is to come and play in Jordan Hare. And we gotta show people that it's hard, man. To start
yeah,
taking these and stop playing teams close. Nah, man, you can't come in and get no win. Because that's how it is at other teams. When you go to Alabama, when you go to LSU, when you go to the Georgias, do you really expect to go in there and get a win? Like, if you do, you go be like, God, dog, boy, thank God we got in there and got that.
man.
How we need that thing to be at Jordan Hare, man. We got everything we need, man. From crowd to scoreboard to the music, we got everything going. It's the best atmosphere in the world, man. So we got to protect home, man. These first 3 to 4 home games is gonna set the tone, man. I think we got 2 big games with Cal and Oklahoma. We need to set a tone. We need to set
Yeah.
a tone.
Yeah, I'm checking out the schedule now. You got A&M, you got Cal, you got New Mexico. Uh,
Mm,
3 huge
we
games. When
got
you
three
talk
big games.
3 big games.
We got 3 big games, man. Three big
Yeah,
games. Oh shit, not Chip Kelly. I'm tripping. I always think of Chip Kelly when I look at him, but Hugh Freeze, man.
yeah,
Got to get over that hump of beating New Mexico. They beat him what 2 years straight.
yeah,
Beat
yeah.
him 2 years
And
straight.
Cal, yeah, and Cal, we went up to Cal last year, and we was able to get a win. I think Robbie Ashford played a huge piece to that win right there. Um, and he's not with the program anymore over at South Carolina. Um, so will we have what it takes this year to beat Cal? And if not, that'll be the conversation because it'll be week 2 in the season. But again, our fan base, people who watch the game, will be saying, "Do we have the right guy under center?"
Well, it starts at
Yeah. So, all right,
starts.
stay in the SEC. It's gonna look different this year, bro. We got Texas, we got Oklahoma coming into the SEC this year. It's gonna look a little bit different, man. But
Different.
what you think? Who can take the SEC this year? I mean, is Georgia the front runner? Got to knock Georgia off right now. What does the SEC look like for you, bro?
Man, what the SEC looks for me right now, it looks like, we used to call it the baby NFL, but man, it is really the baby NFL. In this playoff, man, we could see at least 5 SEC teams in there, at least.
I love to see
And
it.
and that'll be absolutely crazy. But as far as who the front runner is right now for the SEC, I hate to do it, but I gotta go with Alabama just because of the strength of they won. I know they lost Nick Saban, but I mean they still have adamant talent. And until Georgia proves to me that they can either go into Bama and beat them or beat them in the SEC championship,
Yeah,
uh, I'm gonna have to give it to Alabama to start out, which I hate to do. I hate to do it, but just calling a spade a spade. It's gonna be very tough for guys. I'm interested to see how they break it up. I don't know if they broke it up East and West or what or how they doing it, man.
yeah,
Adding Texas and Oklahoma has really made things more confusing. I thought when they added Texas A&M and Missouri, to the fold that things
Did
were.
we did Auburn move to the East?
I don't know. I don't know about anything moving or anything. I know that if people get to moving around, it's gonna mess up uh games and stuff and the importance of them. So if Auburn moves to the East, I feel like Alabama will have to move to the East because if they don't, and we both undefeated at the end of the year, we could play at the end of the year, then again in the SEC championship next week.
Yeah, yeah,
It'd be crazy. So I just feel like if that's what it is, they need to just move both of us over, keep Texas and Oklahoma on the west side. Um, with them being added, some things that I would say uh I didn't like about it is, man, you're losing some of your key rivalries. We don't play LSU, Auburn. We don't play
nope,
LSU this year, and I hate that. Uh, I want to play LSU, mainly because they got a winning record on me. There's not many teams that got a winning record on me. I'm 1-3 against LSU, so they got our number, and I feel like we need to play them. Then I didn't like how we played them last year, man. We went to Baton Rouge and got
yeah,
smacked. Now we can't get no get back. So it's frustrating, man. I'm happy to see that we're getting great competition over, man. And every week you got to bring it. You got to be prepared. Nothing new. It's just we amping it up some more. It's multiplied now. So it's gonna be really interesting to see, man. A lot of teams are stepping up and getting better, and teams that are better, some a couple they would say falling off. Are we in that category? I don't know,
man,
but it's a strong league. It's a strong league, man. We can go down the list. It's a strong league, and at any moment, it's really like NFL because any team could beat anybody.
yeah. You can see a three-loss team in the playoffs easy. You can see a three-loss team, SEC team in the playoffs. I mean, what's gonna happen is we're gonna beat up on each other all year,
Hmm.
like we always have. But now, I think now, if you do lose the SEC game, you still got a shot. If you lose two, you still got a shot. You know, um, to get back into the playoff picture. When you talk about Bama, I ain't gonna pick them just because, like you just said, it's hard. It's hard to pick them boys. But what I will say is, I think they got the best quarterback in the SEC, possibly the country. Um, I think it'll show. I think it'll show even more this year. So definitely like Alabama is a favorite. But if I was to say, man, like a sleeper or who I feel like will come out on top of the SEC this year, man, I really want to go Georgia. That's the easy pick, but Missouri, man, I don't know why I feel like Missouri can be another sleeper this year, man, and build something off of what they did last year. They lost their running back, um, which he was a dog. He was toting that pill last year. He's with San Fran now, um, but I feel like Missouri can come out the East for some reason.
Hey, man, like I said, bro, we're loaded, and anytime any team could be beat at any point. And a team I was referring to was Missouri on who's coming up, man. Eli Drinkles is really building that program up,
Yeah,
man. Those guys are getting guys to commit and 4 and 5 star guys, and you get that, man. You can do anything with those kind of Jimmys and Joes. So again, we're loaded from top to bottom, man. You can go through at least 10 teams that could be a champion in
yeah,
the SEC. Things going right.
yeah. Facts, bro. Like you said, we're recruiting now. Uh, they're recruiting with the best of them, best teams in the country. NIL done changed the whole landscape, obviously, anyways, with recruiting. I mean, if you got a bag or if you can really recruit and win some ball games, be a contender, you can go get you some guys. Man, what do you think about the QR codes? Oklahoma State adding the QR codes to the back of the players' helmets. Um, what's the game come to?
Man, what has the game that I love come to, man? Where they got Bronco on the back of his helmet. Like it's really like mind blowing, dog. Like
Do you
who's
like it or you don't like it?
I'm not a fan, and you can call me, man. You old school, but I'm not a fan, man. I was the guy that was a fan of players getting paid, but players are getting paid. There's a difference, and you can't help but compare to when you was in college. Like, bro, we couldn't get a hamburger from a fan after the game
Right.
without some. Now these boys got QR codes on the back of their helmets. Dudes is getting all kind of NIL deals, sweet tea, canes, jets, Lamborghinis. Like, bro, this is mind blowing. Like, I just be wondering, like, how can you keep these guys focused? how are these guys going to class
Man.
getting 50,000 dropped in their account a month or a week? Like, how can you tell him to go to class and pay attention, bro? Like, it's just so confusing now, man. I think they kind of messed up the game, to be honest, man. It has to be a cap put on it.
Man, that's a touchy subject, man. It's so many there's so many different factors, bro, to what these guys are being able to get now and what the repercussions are, good or bad. I think it's definitely more good that comes out of it, but like you just said, bro, like our guys prepared at 18 years old, man, coming from a lot of these places that we come from. Do they got the financial literacy, um, the maturity to manage, to not, be in certain areas, bro. I worry about when guys go back home. It's different. When we
Yeah,
went back home, we was going back home with empty pockets. You know,
empty.
a lot of these guys going back home in the newest cars with little money in their pocket. I would just hate for a lot of them to be a target. You get what I'm saying?
So
Um,
for sure.
it's a lot, bro. But more good than bad, dog. I'm for these guys getting paid. I like the QR codes. Man, just think you make a play, somebody QR code you and able to send you some cash or whatever the case is. Why not? Why not? But what I don't like about it is NCAA, all they're doing is, putting it on the fans versus being able to really pay these guys. Um, you know, you're saying the fans and companies or whoever can give these guys money, but the NCAA has yet to figure out a way to pay these guys as well. So I think it's a cop out in a way, which a lot of things are. So we'll see how it work out, man. But Oklahoma State setting trends, man, adding QR codes to these guys' helmets.
Uh, what's
Amazing.
prime do that?
Hey, he next, baby. So, hey, last thing before we wrap up, man, what you think about the Heisman front runner for the season? Anybody you got in mind? Know it's week 0. Guys hadn't played a snap yet, but who you got, man? Who you watching for this season?
Well, I got about 4 to 5 guys that I got for the Heisman right now, and 9 times out of 10, these guys won't win. It's always a dark horse that comes along and has an amazing year and win the Heisman. It start out, man, at number one. Uh, I'm gonna have to put Jalen Milroe. All
All
right,
right.
Jalen. Like you said, man, possibly the best quarterback in the nation. SEC champion coming out. I just think they have a great team, a good team that's gonna be able to, win and get the stats that they need, man. Because it's really come down to who's the best player on the best team. So I think they have a chance at that. After Jalen Milroe, I'm gonna go with Quinn Ewers from Texas. Um, Again, a lot of the same stuff. As far as having a strong team, being in the spotlight, seeing them more, good football player, but really put it all together. At 2, at 3 and 4, I'm gonna take it over to Colorado, and I'm gonna list Shador, then Travis. Um, both dynamic, both dynamic. I think Travis has a real chance to win it if he can stay healthy. And pretty much do produce how he was last year, man. Missing those games, missing those key games, I would say. That's the main part, missing those key games. I know the 2 games that he missed, I think, if not more, he missed that USC game and Oregon game, which was critical. Critical primetime games, and they missed them and they needed them and he showed up. If I think he can, stay healthy throughout the year, I'm hoping that they tailor him back a little bit. I don't know how, but hoping they tailor him back so he can make it through the year. I think he has a real shot at it. Like legit. I think he's a legit Heisman guy. Closest thing you go see to Charles Woodson. If not better. Him and Shador. Lastly, I had up for the Heisman was Dylan Gabriel from Oregon. It's gonna be interesting to see what Oregon can do in the Big Ten. I think they have the talent. We know they have the uniforms, but it's gonna be interesting to see how they do playing against these teams that want to pound,
Yeah.
pound, pound, and it's cold outside. It's cold outside. So if Oregon can be what I think they could still be, it's gonna lay on his lap, man. That's why I got him up there at that number 5 spot.
No, man, you obviously did your homework, man. When you talk about the five guys who got a great chance of winning Heisman this year. Um, Travis, I like the Travis pick, man, because like you said, if he can play consistent like the way he was doing last year, but throughout the entire season, bro, um, his season can be special. Um, the things he did on defense last year, the plays he made, crazy. Offensively, the plays he made, crazy. I think they need to kind of maybe tail it back a little bit offensively on the plays and the snaps that he's getting. Um, obviously, get the ball in his hands, but maybe not so much. But man, my Heisman pick, man, my Heisman pick. You know I'm big on these guys, man. Out of the Sunshine State, out of your state, man. And it's a quarterback at UCF that I feel like with the head guy that he has, Gus Malzahn, one of the best play callers in the country. Great quarterback, transferred in from Arkansas, used to competition, played solid ball at Arkansas. KJ Jefferson, man. I think he's about to shock the world. I think UCF about to do some special stuff. But I'm gonna take KJ Jefferson, man, for my Heisman underdog. Heisman underdog that maybe might be under the radar. But I think he ready to rock and roll this year.
Man, two things, man. One, go you was gonna mention Cam Ward at Miami. Having a lot
Nah,
of man, saying he's bringing some extra to the team, what they needed, that leadership, that accountability. I'm really excited to see that game, man. We'll go touch on it later. They're not playing in week 0, but their week 1 matchup against Florida. I can't wait to break that down. But as far as KJ Jefferson having a chance to win the Heisman, man, at UCF, who they still consider on one of those tier 2 level Power 5 teams, he's gonna have to have an exceptional year. I'm talking throwing for 40 touchdowns, dang near running for 15 to 20 of them, having a low interception ratio, touchdown to interception ratio. He's gonna have to have one a year, and they definitely got to be in the playoff, no question. If he
yeah,
really wants a legit chance at it, so it's all out there for him. Again, this 12-team playoff is opening up for a lot of guys. A lot of guys getting there and prove, that they belong, man. And I kind of wish they would have started earlier, man. Really. But we're here now, and
yeah.
we get to see who can do what, So interesting to see. You got KJ Jefferson. I'm not gonna slight that. I'm gonna have my eye on him, watching them, see what Coach Malzahn does with them. If he's really that guy, KJ Jefferson is really that guy that Malzahn think he can be.
Yeah, man, experience. We talked about it earlier. Experience under that quarterback position and what you can do for a team. That's the most important position, hands down. In college, NFL, high school, for the most part, you got to have your guy at quarterback. And like you mentioned, they're going to have to win big games. He's going to have to play exceptional when you talk about stats, when you talk about wins. Everything got to go right. But I think it's all setting up for him. Look at the schedule. You get Dion prime time. We know what that game is. Like you mentioned, that's 3 Heisman guys on the field at one time. Let's say all of them playing well. KJ outperforms, they win the game, slight margin, whatever the case is. That's a Heisman game. That's a game like you might say don't compare the Auburn LSU game, what Cam did. You get what I'm saying? It was prime time, great
Money.
game, big plays. Yeah. So he'll get his shot, bro. Like you said, it's all in front of him. But hey, week 0, it's time. We ain't waiting no more, man. We watching football. I think they say after, I guess, Thursday or Saturday, um, we'll have football all the way up until what, February? Um, yeah. So man,
Best time of the year.
hey man, get excited,
Yeah.
man. Bless up, baby.